This is Gigasaurs Superator.
Is this the best Transformer toy ever? Let's find out.
Alright, hey guys, we've got something amazing. This is kind of a tribute to getting 5,000 subscribers to Tabby's YouTube channel. Not really, it just lines up with it nicely. But we have none other than the king of all the Dinobots,
Grimlock.
King Grimlock.
I mean Superator, whatever.
Exactly. So, this
Superator.
is
As I said,
Superator from
GigaPower
Gigasaurs,
Gigasaurs.
aka GigaPower, aka
The Dinobots.
the Dinobots, aka the best Grimlock ever
Invented.
made. I mean, to say that this is just the best, I don't think it's enough of a statement, right?
Yeah.
Because it's not just that it's the best, because it is the best. It is, but even more importantly, it's the biggest. It's the biggest by far, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not even close. I mean, the Masterpiece Grimlock comes up.
Can you bring him up here?
He gets next to Optimus Prime, and he kind of falls. You know, he's kind of like not dwarfed by him, but they match up. But you take MP08 and you stick him next to this guy, and it looks like me and you standing next to each other, Gustav.
He looks wimpy.
It's just crazy how much bigger and how much better he looks. I mean, I love that the Masterpiece. Yeah, go ahead. Let's put.
And in fact, the Masterpiece isn't bigger than Optimus Prime. It is in fact
Because this guy.
slightly smaller.
Well, no, yeah, Grimlock's slightly smaller than Optimus in robot mode, but
Robot mode.
this is what you want to see.
That's
when
what you want to see.
When
not-
you see Optimus Prime and Grimlock. You want Grimlock to tower over him.
To be massive. You don't want Grimlock to be a head short of Optimus Prime.
It
You
just
don't want that.
doesn't fit right. You always got to do forced perspective with. Hey, Grimlock. Yes, Optimus. Me happy that I bigger than you, or not so much. But that's
The actual scale.
appropriately scaled, because he's supposed to be monstrous. He's supposed to be big.
It's supposed to be huge.
But this is the thing. Is not only is he huge, not only is this the chrome guy, which looks great to me relative to the metallic. We have a metallic snarl.
Speaking of small.
And but like the chrome sets this off so nicely, and it's not the bright gold, it's a more yellow gold, but it actually looks great. This here is him next to his fellow Dinobot buddy.
And in fact, he's a head bigger, which is beautiful scaling.
I think that's perfect. I really enjoy the size that these two render together. They both tower over the other Masterpiece guys, but Grimlock reigns supreme. He is the king. He's gorgeous. So when you get this guy, you get the classic G1 fashioned head with the classic cartoon blue, but it's not quite as bright in cyan chromey. It's more blue. But if
And
you're
which I like more.
yeah, I actually like that too. It sets it in. This one's almost reads as a little green otherwise. But you can pop the head off.
And
you
you
can
can
throw
change
on.
it head, and that to a red head. And that's not the only difference.
Yeah.
If you look into his head, there's
Here, let me zoom up on that guy.
There's
Yeah, you can see he's got teeth on here.
the teeth.
He's got the teeth showing, and it's real subtle, but it's nice. It's subtle, but it sets off the IDW, right? The IDW Grimlock. I believe had those teeth set in there like that. So this one, that's a fun add-on that you can have. That I'm not sure if he's Diaclone that way, with that
style, with that.
yeah, with the red. But to me, this is what I like. I like cartoon Grimlock. I like him to be big. I like him to be stupid. I like him to be
Also, pretty awesome.
just awesome, just so awesome.
And to make him a truly King Grimlock, you gotta add this accessory from the comics. His crown, which fits so wellly with him. It just fits.
It looks so great. I mean, he reigns. He looks like he's the king. He's gonna reign. He is the Caesar.
He looks like a king.
So
And what does not look like a king?
what does not look like a king? What looks like the reverse hunchback of G1 Dom, the classic, the guy that I always wanted growing up. It was the G1 Grimlock. This is a knockoff one or a reissue, not sanctioned. They've all come out now with more reissues, but with a little reveal of the shield up here. But it's just, this guy captures all of what you'd want in your imagination if you were a kid wanting a masterpiece Grimlock or something that this is better than what your imagination would come up with. It's just better than it. So
your imagination would just look like the cartoon version, and this is better than the cartoon version.
It is. I can't get over how awesome this looks. One other thing he comes with is
a sword.
A large broadsword.
And it looks awesome.
It really does. But there is a caveat. There is a with this guy. You can put it in here in his hand. He holds it like backwards because he's because he does it like a badass. He's got a sword. He likes to hold it behind him so he can just slice people. Whoa. So he swipes it through. We'll put it in properly.
Like that. There we go. The thing is that the batteries, we can't find the batteries that work.
So this right here is the battery that I looked on their Facebook fan group, and they commented on what it should be. It was, can I read it? Can you see? Can you see what it is? It is a CR 1025 is what they said it was going to be. A 3-volt. I tried to get it in there. It's too skinny to put one in. I tried to sandwich two. I could get it to light up, but it was feeling like you really had to wedge it in. And I tried to screw it back together, and then it would lose connection and wouldn't connect on there. So that's clearly not the right battery. Maybe it's one that you can kind of rig up to fit. But I mean, it's a sword. You could have it light up, which I like way better than the original Grimlock gimmick of lighting up a whole hand that's stuck in a position, and then you can light up his whole fist. I like the idea of the sword just lighting up by itself. But this is all the accessories it comes with. Unlike the other.
Wait, he comes with the blaster.
The blaster. Unlike the other Gearstar, so it's right over there, Tuff. It's in that bin. And then the one other thing he comes with is the blaster. It's right on top, right on that Velociraptor. It's right there.
I got it. Okay, he comes with a blaster that kind of looks like a spaceship.
It kind of does. It kind of looks like a little dude would be in there, a little Diaclone dude or something. You can plug that guy in, and these fingers are amazing. I'm not even plugging it in correctly, and he holds on to stuff. The fingers are
The best fingers that have ever existed ever.
You don't need a third-party hand for this. There's no add-on you should get. These fingers feel like they could support the entire weight of Grimlock. Each finger is fully articulated. The thumb has a ball joint and then a bunch of joints here going in. Each finger can come in so he can deliciously suck the marrow off his own fingers, hold out his pinky ring, and say, "Oh, king me, I'm King Grimlock." It's but there's just so much detail in here too. The detail, the rigidness, the sturdiness of these ratchets. They make like your voice ring. This is like we got the masterpiece Beast Wars Megatron. We got the masterpiece Megatron that came out before then. Those guys just seemed like ultimate level figures. This one's go grab them. If you're talking about T-Rex to T-Rex, it's the most amazing like animal you could be. And this guy.
Speaking of T-Rex to T-Rex, this is Beast Wars Megatron. Probably one of the best masterpiece figures ever. Or the best. Maybe.
He's so cool. That dinosaur head is so awesome. I mean, like the articulation on this guy is fantastic. My only gripe on ours is it's a little too stiff to get this thing to click into place. But I mean, it's so great. But look at Grimlock next to him. Look at Grimlock next to him. He looks so phenomenal. He looks so clean, so sharp, so mechanical. Like, this looks like amazing 80s, fused with the future, fused with the Jurassic period.
It looks like the amount of time and care they put into these Beast Wars masterpiece figures, if they put the time and care into the actual normal Transformer stuff, this is what they would look like.
Look at the detail in these guys. Look at the crispness and cleanness. The detail in here is outstanding.
Here?
But when you look at what they were able to do with this, a third-party figure, and the thing is you can't feel it. But when you hold these things in your hand, this feels so sturdy. It feels so sharp on your fingers. Actually, both these teeth feel sharp. But these things, this looks like it's made from metal, and it feels like a metal plastic, like a metal alloy plastic, you know. To me, this is what Hasbro should have done. And, like, it's perfect. To me, this is a perfect robot.
It looks like a prop for a Transformers movie, but if the Transformers a G1 Transformers movie.
Like, but they wanted to keep it true. They just wanted to make a realistic version of the original cartoon. I'm blown away by this guy. He is the coolest Transformer I've played with. He's like an amazing sculpture that you can just hold. I mean, look at the detail on this. You have sorry, Megs. Let's move you over.
No!
You have so much detail molding going on underneath here, behind
like
here.
Sometimes
what's the point of that?
Unnecessary.
But it's why not? If you're going for the most luxury Transformer ever.
Like the knees, there's so much detail. with no purpose.
It's
But it's
just
so
worth
well
it.
put together.
It's so worth it to have that level of craftsmanship and care. Because clearly they obsessed about it, like we are right now. But like all the circuitry on the inside, all this detail inside here. I mean, it's obviously reminiscent of this,
Obviously.
but it's nowhere near the same level.
Like better.
It's got the size to fit this in here.
Did I mention about the masterpiece? Masterpiece Grimlock. He is floppy.
Yeah. That's the thing. Is this guy, his waist, it flops around a bit, like
Including his legs.
his legs.
are very.
You kind of got to hold it into place here. It feels like plastic. It was so excited to have this guy. It was the coolest thing. It was one of the first masterpiece I got Gustav. And got him, and by got him, I meant living vicariously through him, so that we could play with this stuff. I got him, and I got this masterpiece Optimus, the MP10, with the trailer. And these guys were great. Like, it's really exciting. We have MP44 on its way to review that guy too, but this figure was so cool. And then if you could take this and get yourself like an Escalade, a Cadillac Escalade version of a nice, I don't know, like
good enough
vehicle, a nice Ford Mustang, and then you went to an Escalade or you went to a Lexus. You were in a Toyota, and then they just upgraded you to a Lexus Cadillac, and he's just the most baller figure ever.
And we're not done yet. There is a Dino mode.
There's a Dino mode. He's so great. I mean, a little bit more about the articulation. All these ratchets are so on point. They feel so good. Also this chest piece, he does not come with an Autobot logo, obviously, because it's not a Hasbro figure. But from Toy Hacks, they make a chrome embossed figure. Boston. But it feels and it looks like it fits perfectly with this one. So you pop that in before you pop this on. They come with this off when you take out the packaging, and I think it fits in there really nice. So get the Toy Hacks version if you want that level of realism with that. That's chromed, but it carries the gold accent. You can't even notice that that's actually not, because of all the reflectivity. That's silver inside there. And then for these guys, for the Autobot symbol, we just use one of the bigger Toy Hacks clear ones. That would be one of my only gripes, is I don't know why they made this badge so squat and so wide, because you can't really, you center it in there and it just doesn't fit the best. So if my one complaint, it's like, match up your badges, make them to scale, make it fit. This guy is so awesome. Tav, what else do you think? I mean, you could say he's number one. He's the freaking best. He's the effing number one Grimlock ever. Alright, we're gonna transform him into robot mode for the first time for a video. Cheers.
Grimlock, the best! Grimlock, the best!
So Grimlock, this alt mode, this Dino is the coolest alt mode of any dinosaur. Of any dinosaur transformer, any dinosaur toy. This is my favorite dinosaur toy. I mean, Masterpiece Beast Wars Megatron was amazing, and so was Dinobot.
But this just knocks it out of the park.
this guy is the ultimate in 80s awesomeness. He looks like what the 80s thought the future would look like, what technology is, what square people, whatever.
Technology. Robots are like square people.
Technology is square people.
Robots are technology shaped like square people.
But he is the chunkiest, chromiest, beefiest thing you could hope for if you had a toy mechanical. This is what you'd want Mechagodzilla to be. This is what you would want a hand to fall off to be. So his hand does slide off here. Apparently that's the first time that happened.
On camera accident. On camera accident.
camera breakage.
Great. That's
So these
going on the bloopers, maybe.
So,
Maybe not.
but this guy is just, he's so large. He's so awesome. His mouth is all chrome. I mean, it's so fantastic. He roars for days and nights. He's got a little tongue, little robot tongue.
They can
I'm
burn.
I'm guessing a flame.
The flame could put
A flame will end up being attached to that at some point.
Something like that.
But it just,
He looks
he's so
beautiful.
awesome. So now you think like, okay, so there's got all the amazing detail. It's got all this extra stuff. It isn't too much though. Like they do it just right. It's subtle enough that it keeps all the elegant forms. He looks like we had mentioned, robot mode, like the best version of what your dream of what a Grimlock from G1 would come to life as. But this is the thing. Optimus stands by him, and he can, like, this is Masterpiece Optimus. And maybe he's just a little big to ride on his back.
But he can ride on his back.
He can take it, he can point that, oh, I can rip his more breakage on camera. Optimus can point his finger right on Grimlock.
Like a madman.
Like
Like a superhero.
like the movies would lead you to believe that he would do.
But it's much cooler.
I mean, that's insane. That's a masterpiece. That's a masterpiece. Optimus Prime.
Optimus Prime
Masterpiece
looks
Grimlock.
puny.
He looks appropriately scaled. He looks like what a gigantic, robotic alien being would look like when you put him next to a full-size Tyrannosaurus Rex. I mean, come on. That's so great. When you look at it compared to his widow baby, Tom, it's like me and you. Except you look cooler than me, so it'd be like the other way around. I was a big doofy one. But like it
I don't
feels like it's like so the plastic feels so good, the metal feels so good, the detail in the legs, but look at how it mimics each other so nicely.
But it's better.
Exactly. It feels so much like it.
But yet it's better in every single possible way. Like, you know those knockoff mega scale things?
Yeah.
This is like that, but on double steroids.
This isn't like upscaled. This is enlarged and enhanced. It's like if they were on one of those spy shows and they're like, give me the photo. Now, enhance, and it just keeps zooming in and in and in, and it just keeps getting cooler and cooler. I am just blown away by this guy. I mean, I don't
hate this version.
I love MPO8, but like it looks so chintzy. It looks so sad.
Sad.
I mean, he was the coolest thing ever. He was so exciting. And now you have something that is in HD, high definition. Your dreams, this is what my dreams of childhood were made of. This is what you would think Grimlock should be. This is the coolest Grimlock toy ever. This is the coolest Transformer I've ever played with. And it's not the most expensive. It's nowhere near it. This is cooler than Beast Wars Megatron, which is amazing and stokes my nostalgia really well. And I know Todd's excited about it, but this guy looks, because he looks like a robot. He doesn't look like a T-Rex. He looks like a robot T-Rex, which is so much cooler. You know what's cooler than, I don't know, Bo Jackson? You know what's cooler than Usain Bolt? You know what's cooler than, I don't know, what's it, Johnny Depp? A robot version of all those. Like, that would be so much cooler. Just a robot version of these. And so that's what this is. This is a robot version of awesomeness.
And in my opinion, it is probably one of the funnest Transformers I've ever played with. Because
it feels so good.
It does.
It's so hard to tell you, like, it's so sturdy, it's so heavy. It feels like it is made from the
metal.
parts. It looks like it is made of metal. It's got a bunch of die cast on it. These feet seem so chromy. Like, I mean, they're a little bit warm for die cast, but I don't know. They're made of some sort of alloy of something.
Like I said,
maybe it's beautiful lead.
Like I said when we were doing the robot mode, this looks like it is a prop for a movie.
It does. I mean, you could make, if you made a Godzilla movie and this was Mechagodzilla, everyone would root for Mechagodzilla, and Mechagodzilla would win, and Mechagodzilla would drive a Lamborghini, and Mechagodzilla would become the king of the world. I mean, look at how chrome he is on the inside of his mouth. Like, compared to this, it's just every element of this is better than the original. Everything is better than the original on this guy. I don't know what to say. Now this chrome has got a layer of grime on it because we keep Grimlock on proud display outside all the time.
And don't get me wrong, I love this figure.
This is amazing.
This is an amazing toy, but this is that on double steroids.
Double steroids.
Triple steroids.
Well, I mean, you see it. You can just see it. It's just awesome. It's like the crown doesn't go on his Dino head, but it should, because he's honestly, he's just the best. He's the best thing ever. He's like I said, this is the coolest toy. This is the coolest toy I've ever had the pleasure of playing with.
It is probably one of the funnest Transformers I've ever played with. Thank you.
Alright. Well, I think that wraps up. I don't know how much more we can gush. It's the coolest. It's the chromiest. It's got translucent details everywhere. It's got these layers. It's this depth of all this. The chrome tail. You got posability in the tail. It doesn't wiggle that much, but who needs it to wiggle? It'll literally, like, this weighs 500 pounds. It's such a blunt force instrument that you could commit a felony with it. And he's up on one toe. He's walking away. I mean, how cool is this? He is the I mean, come on. Come on. This guy is amazing.
How is that not cool? Anyways, that's basically it.
Yeah, that's it.
This is probably one of the funnest Transformers I have ever played with, if not the funnest.
Wow. Alright, Optimus. Take us home. You can't ride that bull for long.
Goodbye. Goodbye. 7 other goodbyes. 15 other goodbyes. And then 28 more goodbyes. With 32
God,
goodbyes.
bye. My friend. Duh. Stop laughing! Finish your homework! You're laughing too much!